Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Binky. Yay! So, I already had a video. Let's give you some stuff to stare at. How about that, right? Make it a little exciting. So, I had a video later last year which basically went through like 1/3 of my collection. This is like another 1/3. It may actually actually it only may be 1/4. I have a lot of palettes and a lot of makeup in general. I live in a major city, and because of that, there is not a lot of space. So a lot of my stuff is moved around in various places within the apartment. Yay. So I can't do a regular declutter at this time like most people you'll see in videos, because they have houses or large apartments. That doesn't happen in a lot of major cities in the United States. And so that's what I'm running into. Also, oh, what's on that? Anyway, well, everybody's like, what? I know, ADHD, it's real, and it's diagnosed for real. So there's not a lot of space, so I have to separate things in different piles. Because I have so many things, what I'm trying to do this year is reorganize my life, basically, in as many ways possible. And that includes getting rid of some things, especially lipsticks. I have so many, and they're going to go bad if I keep not using them. Some I already have. And then palettes. I'm also working on lots of palettes. It's a lot. And I'm at the phase where I kind of like less is more. It's all good. So it doesn't mean I'm getting rid of half my collection. It means I'm going to look at it in a more organized, smart way. So with that, what I'm doing here is, this is not a declutter. It's to go through my collection, put these items to the forefront, and get things organized, done, and declutter possibly. And then I'll also have a pile where it's more use these now. And then what I'll do is I'll do the last 10. If the product is still available, such as this with Pat McGrath, ta-da. With this, I will do a full-on review. If it's no longer available, like I don't think this one is, then what I will do is I will just talk about it in that 10 ranking and show a few swatches and things. And maybe in the future, I don't know, I may reference more popular palettes for duping and things like that, if that makes sense. Okay, with that being said, I put everything in boxes. This is going to be a pain in the boop. So there you go. So this is Winky Lux. I do actually like their stuff. This thing is just, ooh. I'm going to try this, but this is on the chopping block, because really I don't understand what to do with any of this. It's a very light shimmer, and I just don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this fully. It was like all the rage several years back. I keep my palettes because I don't, unless it falls apart, smells, or doesn't perform well, then I clean it. Once in a while I use like something to clean the tops of it, and then go from there, because I just don't fully believe that it goes bad like everyone says it does. Lipstick, oof, yeah. Or lip gloss, it's gone bad, or you just don't want to be carrying lip gloss around for too long. But anyway, this is Pat McGrath. I don't even know what half of these are. I'm sure this is one of the divine ones. I haven't used this. I haven't used it in a while, so to be honest with you, I don't really remember this one. I'm keeping all the Pat McGrath, so I don't even know. This one's just not very inspiring. I think it's divine. I almost said divine intervention. I don't think that's what it's called. That'd be interesting. So I'm keeping all these. I really don't want to get too much into it, because we've seen these ad nauseum. I did get a lot of these 50% when there was major sales. Here we go. Another one. I think this is 10. I don't even know anymore. I bought it basically for this. I mean, this we've seen 5 billion. Let's be real. We've seen most of this 5 billion times. But it is what it is. I guess the names are on here. It's just, why? So, because it's just kind of the same thing. I know, and I don't want to be a poop about it. It's kind of hard to see in this room. Oh, that's a Utopian Dream. It's hard to see in here because I'm lightening it a bit, because we have another major storm coming, and my cat is using the cat scratching post. So there we go. So this is Lisa Eldridge, and this is the Sorcery palette. These are going to be on my list of using now. So I'm going to be honest with you. I got this one, and now they're attacking each other. Really? You gotta love crazy cats. I love them, but they're nuts. So this one is the Vega palette. You know, I bought these. I really haven't used them. I don't really know why I bought these. I do like to support Lisa Eldridge. I think her stuff is good. I think it's extremely overpriced for what it is. I really do. I think it's overpriced for what it is. And I love her stuff. I love her lipsticks, but I don't think they merit the price that they do. And there's really never any sales. So it's kind of like, okay, which I get. You want to keep it a luxury brand. But I don't think the eyeshadows were that amazing, so I really didn't review them because I don't think I really cared. So, I know, not that they're bad. They aren't. So this is one of the original ones. This is the Mothership 2, I think. Sublime. I've used this a few times in this. I really haven't used it. This one's amazing though. I am going to definitely try this. Maybe I'll put this towards the top because it's one of the originals. Why not give it the kudos it deserves? Why not? So I need to start going through these. I think this one was the first. I keep it in the packaging because the packaging is phenomenal. This one I'm a cool tone leaning towards neutral. This one's beautiful. It really, truly is beautiful. The thing is, I don't like Pat McGrath's mattes, especially in the earlier palettes. I don't wear blues. I don't wear dark colors like this because I'm extremely fair. Pretty palette. You know, I would definitely use it. I guess I'm just not too intrigued by it. I think during its time, its heyday, this was a big deal. The problem I think Pat McGrath is having right now is that there's indie brands doing it cheaper and better, frankly. And so what were special shades back in the day are rather pedestrian now. I hate saying that, but it's kind of true. So there was this one, which was a little bit more color. This is what she used to do. Put more color and interesting things into this, though there's black again. There was just more shades and fun in it. Even though it's not overly fun, it's still fun. It's fun. So, you know, I'm definitely going to try all these. There's just certain ones I want to use more. And some of them aren't even here. Like, I have them and I don't know where they are. So I have every one of hers but the latest, which I think is 12 or something. I don't have that because, frankly, I just got bored of this over and over. Though this one's beautiful. I do love this one. It's Divine Rose. This is the original. You can see I really dug into this one. I do love this one. This one was beautiful, and it still is. I actually use this one quite a bit. I would like to use this more. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. And so this was just gorgeous when it first came out, and I think it did so well that she just kept running with it, which was boring. So I'm sure there's more Pat McGraths in here. There's a lot of everything. Stay away from the scratching post. What are you doing? Oh, I swear, these cats, they beat each other up all day. That's what's happening. So this is Lorac, and I think I did have this in another video where I was kind of going through and doing the same thing, and I slipped it back into the pile, and I realized why. I like Lorac. I really do like their formula. I just don't like this palette whatsoever. I don't. So I don't know why I keep bringing it back. It needs to go. It needs to go. So this was Dior, one of the holiday collections. I didn't get any this year because I realized I buy these and I never use them. So the lipsticks I want to start using more. I never even really touched this, and that's the problem. It was pretty cheap. I got it for 50% off. I know people in various industries, and so that was nice. So I'm like, oh, why not get it? I don't use lipsticks. Oof. I don't use lipsticks, and I don't use these things. I'm kind of surprised they still put these in, because I don't Some people have to use them, otherwise they wouldn't keep doing it. But I haven't even really touched this. I put a brush into that before. I just don't like lipstick like this. The colors were beautiful. This isn't, I don't know what this is supposed to be. If it's setting powder or whatever. These are blushes. I just don't think it's phenomenal. I don't know. I don't know. Beautiful packaging though, and I think sometimes that's what I go for more. I'll probably start using this. I'll put this on the list to use sooner than later. We all have our thing, and my thing is putting things in boxes. I keep everything in boxes. It's just how I live my life. I prefer it. I don't know. I love boxes. I'm like a cat. Anyway, these were, I think, some of the holiday quads from Pat McGrath back in the day. I think they actually re-released this or something similar to the Lunar New Year this year, which is kind of sad. Lunar New Year deserves better than that, to be honest. But I'm noticing a lot of companies this year, this is being filmed in January 2024, just are not giving it the love that it deserves. It's very weird. Speaking of, this was one of the original ones that they did for Lunar New Year, which was just, it's beautiful. It makes sense. But now everybody's just doing the golden red, which represents, of course, what Lunar New Year, the coloring is. I don't know if that's for every culture. I know for China, this is pretty traditional, but it's other countries celebrate it as well. So I don't know if this color story is for all. But you can only do that so much, and people are only going to buy it so much. Yeah. It's like you can get creative. It's the year of the dragon. Do some greens with pops of red or whatever, but, you know, here we are. So this is the Trichrome palette from Natasha Denona. Now, I forgot all about this because, frankly, I used it. I don't even know if you can buy this anymore. I used it and didn't care. Because they're acting like these are, like, amazing, shifting. And they do shift. They're beautiful. They shift. But not really. The only one that really shifts is this green one. It's just, it wasn't impressive. Like, this was kind of a mess of a palette. It really didn't get good reviews. I wasn't impressed by it. I didn't even end up reviewing it because I just, like, wasn't inspired. Nor did I care. And here we are. Here we are. So this is Lunar Beauty. I do have some stuff from them. This is older. I bought this specifically because I love Greek mythology. I love Greek mythology. I could tell you all about it ad nauseum. I love it. I was like, I want to major in this. I'm a big artist, but I'm like, I want to major in this. You can't. They'll you to become an English major. Makes sense. But, so this is what it looks like. This is one of his original palettes. This is already breaking. This looks weird, so I don't even know what's going on with that. I'll have to look if it's broken, what's going on with that with the microscope, because I don't want that around my eyes if it's doing something strange. I didn't really like this. The formula wasn't very good. I'm going to be honest with you. These were very chalky. These weren't impressive. I don't... This is on the chopping block. It's too bad because I love this, but it's not good. And so, but I want to check the quality first because there's some stuff going on with that. It could be that it dropped. It most likely is that it dropped. That's why it looks like that. So I'm going to put that to the side because that's one that's really on the chopping block. Really on the chopping block. And then there's Nomad. This was the New York one, the Hudson Valley, which is here in New York. I like Nomad. I just don't know what to do with this palette. There's basically 3 shimmers. They're beautiful. It makes sense. Like these go with this goes with this, but it's basically mattes. Why mattes? It's beautiful red though, but why mattes? I don't know. It does capture Hudson Valley. It sure does. But I guess I'm uninspired by this. So this one is on the bubble. I think I've seen this on a lot of people's goodbye. A lot of people have said adios to that one. I can kind of see why. Okay, so the lighting's difficult. I mean, it's a major city with bad lighting. So it can be very difficult. Unfortunately, it's winter and I don't have the best lighting set up, and I'm not going to spend hundreds of dollars when I barely ever do this channel. So sorry. Woo, at least I'm being honest. So Lorac, this is the Noir palette, and it's beautiful. I just haven't used it in a while. I did use it for a while. I think it's now gone, or they're clearancing it. It's really good. I like the small, it's very portable, the small squares. It's great. Actually, I have so many, I haven't used it. I'm going to try this again. I think that this is actually perfect for travel. So I would like to try that one again and make a decision. This is another one. Now I think I need to be careful with this one. Ugh, I'm doing it off the bed because this is a blanket that I put there. This is the Strawberry Dream, and I think one was broken, and yes, indeed it is. I'm being careful with this. It shattered. It came shattered. I don't necessarily want to repress it. This is the one I actually like the most. So it's like, what? It's a pretty palette. What am I going to do with it? I sometimes would buy stuff and there's no reason that I would ever use this. These definitely aren't my color story, any of this. I need to think about this one. I really do. So this one is Becca, and it's no longer with us. It is gone. This company is gone. I bought this in steep clearance. I think I got this for $11, $12, and I should have just left it at that because honestly, I have this habit of, oh, well, it's on sale, and I've gotten better at that. This is boring. This was one of Becca's problems, is they just couldn't put together a really cohesive palette, and it's just, this is just not good. So I'm going to declutter this. I'm decluttering it. Every time I look at it, I'm so not inspired. I want to be inspired. We all do. So this is Tiny Marbles. This is just wonderful. I have not used it. This is Sydney Grace. And it was a collab with her and Mel Thompson. And Mel Thompson is no longer with us. So this is just beautiful. This is such a beautiful palette. It's so smart. There's a nice pops of color and lots of neutrals and ways to play with this. It's just beautiful. I'm not going to get rid of this, of course. I think it's hard for a lot of people to declutter, and I'll definitely be using this, but I won't be decluttering this. This is Natasha Denona, I don't know what I just said, Denona, the Metropolis palette, and it's not coming out. I bought this on clearance. It was a major sale on this, and so I'm like, okay. It's a great price. And I bought it and I realized why. Not that it's bad. It's a great palette. The thing is that for me, I don't use dark shades like this, these blacks or shades. I'm so fair. And on top of it, I'm cool tone heading towards neutral. This is really warm. And a lot of this is so redundant. It's just the same color over and over and over, except for this and this and this and this, but the rest of it's like, what? I'm not getting rid of it. I love the packaging. The packaging is just gorgeous, but honestly, I'm not very inspired by it. This may be, at the end of the year, I hope to go through everything that I went through. This may end up on the on the chopping block. It really may. Now, we might as well get this out of the way. I just got these. This is Blend Bunny. I love Blend Bunny. Actually, I don't know if I do. I love the concept of Blend Bunny. I just bought a whole bunch of palettes this year from them at the end of the year and this year. And this one they're no longer going to make. I don't know why I bought this. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't wear colors like this. I don't like neons. I don't like dark colors like this. I tend to very natural, neutral looks with pops of color here and there. I'm kind of boring like that. I like bright clothing, bright nails, bright lips. This isn't really my scene. I don't know why I did it. I don't, but I did. and who knows? You know, I don't have anything like this. So I'm excited by that. I mean, I'm excited by it. I don't have anything like it. Now, this is probably more up my alley. The grunge palette. It's the sugar and grunge. I'm curious. This isn't really... Oh, there's a mirror in this one. Not really... No, I would definitely wear colors like this. I've heard mixed reviews on the shimmers. But I've heard the mattes are great. And the reason I don't like colorful mattes is I just do a really poor job with them. I don't like the packing on. I like to blend them out to nothing. That's how I wear stuff. But I'm curious to see how the shimmers work. I've heard they're okay. Yeah, they're okay. They're not overly wild. And I think that's what it is I actually like shimmers like this. I don't always like a bold look. So I'm actually fine with this. I think this is really pretty color story. A lot of these are too dark for me. I would never use them. I would use parts of this, not this. But I would use variations, and if I ever wanted to do a fun, colorful look, I could. Will I? Probably not. Probably the heck not. No. So I'm going to put more palettes on up here, but this is the one of Juvia palettes that I've had for a while. I've never worn this. This is an intriguing shade, isn't it? Ooh. But it's nothing. Oh. Yeah, I'm decluttering that. I've never used it. I won't miss it. Adios. Alright, so now we have the Gemini palette, which, oh my goodness, I have the original. I never had any problems with it like some people did. Some people really had problems with them exploding, mold. That never happened with me, actually. Still looks great. I love this. I wouldn't wear half of this. It's just not my thing. But, oh my goodness, my cats. Okay, Mina, psst, psst, psst. Good girl. I wouldn't wear like this. I might wear pops of this. I think it's great. I think I'm definitely not getting rid of it. No. I love this palette. I love the idea of it. Do I use it enough? No. But my goal, the reason why I'm showing all these is I do want to get through a box of this. I will get back to the old ones that I did too. I'm just really trying to get stuff out of certain drawers and stuff. So this is Carpe Noctem, and it's from Notoriously Morbid. I've been really big into a kick of theirs recently. It's getting so dark. I know, and it's actually 10 a.m. So these are just great. Now their formula is a little bit more powdery, especially these for some reason, but you know, I'm not upset about it. Hopefully this is showing up. They're very pretty. They're very, very pretty. I love this. I love it. I just, honestly, I think it's a great palette. They don't keep things, so it's hard to review them. I've used these quite a bit. I don't know if this one's gorgeous. I'm just going to say, look at that. I'll put this right here. That's gorgeous. It's just beautiful. I love this one. But I don't really reach for this one as much, but I love it. It doesn't mean I'm getting rid of it. This was bent when I got it. A little unfortunate, but whatever. I love Notoriously Morbid. I don't know. I love them. So this is Snow White, the 1937 collection. I didn't even open this. I don't even know what this looks like. I don't know why I have this. Here's the thing. I'm not really big into Disney. At all. Ooh, that's an unfortunate picture. I know. Looks like she's been on a bender. Anyway, sorry for those who love Disney. I think I was using this for kind of like a collector thing. I personally don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. If that's the case, over time I may just sell these off because I don't know if it's fair to keep stuff. Oh, that's cool. That's such a bad picture. We've all been there. I hear you, Snow White. We have all been there, girl. I just don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah. Let's leave it at that. And then there is this baby right here. It is the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Rich Romantic. Ugh. This is the first time I've used Glaminatrix. I bought 2 of their latest palettes. Heard about them, never bought from them. Gorgeous palette. I love this palette. These are amazing. This one's okay, but these are amazing. The mattes. That's my issue a little bit. I mean, look at these. These are just beautiful. Like the shift on these, they're phenomenal. They're beautiful. Some of the colors are very similar, which I don't love. I wish there was a little bit more variance, but Well, that one's kind of Oh, I think that's just a matte. Is it just a matte? No, it's not. But I still think it's a solid palette. I think the mattes are a little strange. I don't know. I tried using that. I don't... Why? For me, these are a little dark because I'm so fair. So I used these 2. I tried using that. It was a bit much for me. The mattes. I'm not about the mattes. They're decent quality. They're decent quality, but they don't wear well on me. So I might do a review on this one. They're about out of them, so I'm going to try to do that sooner than later. The mattes don't last very long on me, unfortunately. I have really oily eyes, and they didn't last. Okay, it looks like the camera may have fallen a bit, so I'm going to do this again in case it didn't work. This is the Dollhouse Blend Bunny. I love this. I think it's very smart. I haven't really used it yet, but this is a me color story. I wouldn't use this row, but I think what's smart about this is some people are like, the palettes are too big, but I think they're smart because I would use the heck out of this, but the majority of people wouldn't be able to use these very much. This is safe almost for everyone, but this is really great for people who like smoky eye looks, dramatic eye looks, or deeper skin tones. I just think it's smart. So when you have a big palette like this, some people will be upset about it and go, it's not my scene. But what's smart about it is that everybody can use it. One big palette, everybody's happy. You use what you use, you get rid of what you don't. Done. I'm a fan. So this is Goddess. I don't know which palette this was made after. Maybe the Metropolis. They tend to, Alter Ego tends to use direct inspiration from palettes. I want to try using this. I actually, if that is the case, prefer this one because I think it's a little bit user-friendly, more user-friendly for me, except for this and this. But I like this. It's affordable. It's beautiful. I get it. So this is Cosmic Brushes, and I don't think they go, do they go by that anymore? I don't know. I think they were trying to change their name out, but this is the Gothic palette. This is beautiful. I love this palette. I think out of all of their palettes, this one's the most cohesive that I've seen. I have a few of theirs. This one's the most cohesive. And I like that about it because some of them are just random colors. This is not. I like this. I like this a lot. I've been using this. There'll be a video coming up on this soon. It's not normally my color story in that it could be a little dark, but I found that you can actually use it and it works really well. It isn't too dark. I was worried for nothing. So this is the Nabla Secret palette, and I love Nabla. They used to be at Ulta. They're not anymore. Oh yeah, they are. They just don't put out many palettes anymore like they used to. They are still there. They are. It's okay. I don't care for this row at all because I don't use those colors. So then it just leaves me, or this. So it leaves me with this, basically. Yeah, I love the packaging. This one's on the bubble. I really love the packaging though. I really love it. I do. I like it, but I just don't know. It's on the bubble. So this is Classic Cutie MAC. These they couldn't get rid of. I think I brought this back wanting to try it one more time. I'm going to give it a go. The quality was terrible on these. This one's on the chopping block. It's not very good, so I'll have to go through that. I don't know if it will survive the year. And this is another Pat McGrath. Oh, my cats are awake and wild. That's what's going on. Very pretty. When it first came out, it was like, ooh, ah. Now it's like the same thing that we've seen over and over. Still beautiful, but Nobody's oohing and ahhing anymore. More like people are shaking their fist, except for 10% of the population who's still excited by it. I have no scientific proof on any of these standings. Absolutely none. Ooh! There's a blast from the past. Makeup Geek. I used to use the heck out of that, didn't I? Well, this isn't about singles right now. So there you go. So these are by Terry. I have 2 of these. I love their packaging. That's why I buy them. I've never used their eyeshadows because I don't want to. I think I have 1 of these. I have 2 of one of these and I'll use it. I've heard they're not necessarily great though. Who knows? Beautiful, right? So what am I supposed to do? Just stare at these for the rest of my life? Possibly. I love the aesthetic of these, but I've heard they aren't the best quality, but I don't want to judge that because I don't know. I've never used it. But gosh, that's beautiful. Totally my color story too. Just neutral, standard, basic heaven. Okay, this thing may keep dropping a little bit, but I keep looking and getting it back on point. So, white chocolate. This was from the last one that I did, but I moved this forward because I really want to use this. I know the reality is I'm the only one who liked this damn palette. I was the only one, except for this. What is that and what is that? Why? Why, and why, and why? Why? This basically could be used by 15% of the population, and I was one of them. But they're like, look, you can use these, which you can, but it's still going to look, it's going to be very difficult for most people. Still smells delicious. I love this palette. It's stupid. I know. I know it is, but I love it. I mean, it's stupid, but I love the rest of it. I love it. This is a me palette. I think I will never get rid of it. I love it. I do. I know it's horrible. I know the quality is questionable. I don't care. Then Better Than Chocolate. They tried to bring this back. I don't think it did so well. It smells like, it doesn't smell the same chocolate. The original one smelled better. This seems more fake, but whatever. So it's browns. I like browns. And then this. They needed to stop. It's not even funny. I think they think it's funny. It's not funny. Like just, I mean, browns. I haven't even tried it. I swatched a few. It's a chocolate bar. I have the originals somewhere. They're really good. They're still standing up. Doing great, but I don't know. Why? Because. So this is the brand new Lethal Cosmetics palette, and I am going to do a review on this. I'm going to start using this soon. This is great. I really love this. I think it's smart. I really like the shimmers. I really like, they're just really pretty. Really, really pretty. Ugh, my cat just flopped. They're awake and causing problems. So really, really pretty. They're just really pretty, very light. This one's a little frosty, but I don't mind it. Just kind of, look at that. It's really nice. I like it. I do like this palette. I want to do a proper review on it. They are very soft though. The shimmers are extremely soft. But the mattes are beautiful. I heard the mattes in the past were I love them. These are great. I don't have a lot. I have some older palettes that I just don't know where they are, but it's fantastic. So this is Musée, I always want to say Musée Beauté. It's not what it is. So it's this palette. Honoré, is that what it is? I do speak some French. I didn't say I did well, but I do. So I have used this palette. You'll see this in the next 10. This looks like it's popping out. It's not. I get it. I get it. It's for the painting. I'll talk about it more, but if you look at the painting, there's a lot of blues and greens with the pop of peach and like pink. So I'm a little bit confused by the color story, but I'm not going to go too much into it because this company is now defunct. It's gone. It doesn't, it's really not cohesive. So this one I kind of want to keep just because I love the packaging. I love fine art. I'm kind of sad this company's gone. Maybe somebody else will pick up where they left off. But I don't know. But part of me is like, why are you keeping it when you don't even like this? It's not a great palette. I mean, it's good quality. I just find myself not caring too much. So I think this one's broken too, Chantecaille. I would never pay full price for this. These are impossible to get out. I don't think it's worth the price. I'm going to be honest. But that's for me. Everybody has their own viewpoint of what everything's worth. So you just have to find if it's worth it to you. For me, I get these for like 50% off. I have sources. And so that's why. That's why I do it. And I'm curious. So this one came broken. It came broken. I mean, whatever. I wasn't happy about it, but it sold out. So couldn't get that. They couldn't fix it. So they gave me, that's why. This wasn't the one I got. I got a deep discount because it was already discounted. The shade was broken. They gave it to me for a good discount. But I do have other ones that I have for very cheap because, like I said, I know various people in various industries, and there you go. So Pretty Grunge, Huda Beauty. This one's new-ish to me. I just got this recently, and I think this is just new anyway. It kind of goes with the Xenon palette in that it's the, which I'm happy, you have the cool tones. I think this one's a little bit smarter than the Xenon palette. I think I have the Xenon palette right here, actually. I got this for free during Ulta sale. I used a bunch of points and 20% off. I love that. So they're actually really not similar. Well, they are and they aren't. This is a whole sea of gray, and this is a whole sea of better because they have pinks with these like beautiful colors here. I think this one's a little bit better. I think it's better curated. This one just looks like a bunch of whites and grays with blue and bluish blacks. I want to start using this one more. This is more my speed. This is just gorgeous. I love this. I love this. I want this. I own it. This, I'm glad I got for free because I don't know. I don't know why I got it. I have a feeling this may end up being decluttered eventually, which is sad. It's like, why spend money when you... That's what I need to be better with, because this just... Boy. Not great. So, here we go. Here's the other Glaminatrix Cosmetic Sugar and Spice. My cat is watching me do this. It's really bizarre. It's really bizarre. She's like falling asleep to this. Maybe other people are too. So this is what this looks like. This is a strange color story to me. I will do a review on this. I don't think this one's selling as well. The mattes are really good. I will say the mattes are really good, but why? And why? I don't fully understand this. Thus the long pause. Though this is just fantastic. This right here. Oh, that's amazing. I don't want to swatch one of these, specifically this one, because it's so glittery. There was glitter all over my face. I still find glitter. One got near my cat's eye. I had to pick it off. It was ridiculous. Don't like glitter. Don't like it. Anyway, but this, it's just like, what is that? Yeah, I like it. I'm still thinking about it. The quality is good. I'm not getting rid of it, but I think of the two, this one's definitely weakest. But that one I'm going to be working on. This is Natasha Denona. Which one was this? Oh, the pastel palette. So here we are. Definitely pastels, but more jewel tones in a lot of these. Actually, like these are more jewel. But I like this. I haven't used it. I love pastel palettes in theory, but I never wear them. This is nice, but it's probably one of my least inspired or favorite ones. You can see I did use it quite a bit, but I don't know. I need to think about this one. This is one that I would possibly end up getting rid of eventually. I have a feeling, but I won't be wearing that anytime soon because it's just not the time for me. I'm very much seasonal. This is the Natasha Denona Retro. I loved this palette. I haven't got a chance to review it. I will because of this project, Look at this. I love this because it's cool tone, it's warm tone, and then you can create neutral looks. So you can do fun pops of colors, warm, cool, neutral. One of the smartest palettes. I love this. I think it's great. It's spring, it's winter, it's fall, it's summer, it's everything. This palette is like one of the most intelligent put together palettes ever. It's really phenomenal in that way. It performs well. It's just well done. Here is more Mariah. She's like a princess. I've tried one of their palettes, but for the most part I haven't tried their stuff yet. You can see I haven't used this at all. This is more jewel tones than pastel. It's pastelish. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Again, this is really beautiful, but in theory I get it, but I'm just like, I don't even know. I don't know. And I heard the earlier ones weren't as good. I don't know with this one. This one I think is on the chopping block, and I haven't even used it. I don't know why I bought it. Now this is another one. I have several other that I bought in a big sale and was like, give it a shot. Nobody really knows much about this brand. I've heard it's based out of LA. And it's Korean owned. I don't know. But I used this one quite a few times. It performed well for me. I've heard mixed things. I actually really liked it. Perfect neutral palette for me. I like it, but I want to work with it a little bit more. Is it the most exciting? No. The packaging, this box I'll probably end up getting rid of because it's just, no. Even that's annoying me. And I like boxes. Okay, so this is, and I have a few of these and I can't find the other one. So this is Danessa Myricks. Look, everybody's been talking about these and I get it. I like this palette more than I did the one I got last year. That's the first one. Because this can be used for anyone. The last one was very dark, dramatic looks. I've barely used it. This one I haven't used either. If you want drama, and happy drama, not bad drama. No. Like amazing, fantastic eye drama in a healthy way. This is who you need to go through. That's how you sell a $125 palette. I got this, of course, during the Sephora sale, but that's how you do it, people. That's all I'm going to say. This is Cosmic Brushes. I have another one, the Muse palette, which is coming to me. It isn't here yet. I will do a review on that. This is the Serenity palette. I don't really know why I picked this one up. I wouldn't use this. I mean, I would use this, possibly this. Not a lot. I wonder if I swatched these, because part of me is like, do I already hand it to a friend or not? I don't know. This is not my color story. And that's what I'm talking about. Their stuff tends to be all over the place. That's why I like the Gothic palette. I think it was intelligent. I'm not saying that this one's not. It's just not as cohesive. And I like cohesive palettes. So, I don't know. Maybe I bought that and I shouldn't have. I have to think that one over. So this is the Aurora palette. Aurora Struck ColourPop. I bought this because of the hype. I would basically wear from here. Well, no, from here onward. I wouldn't touch any of these. I thought the quality was just okay. Most people are going to disagree with me. And I think it's because of this stuff. I find it to be very frosty and ashy, and that's even on me. That's me. So this is the Makina palette from Blend Bunny. I have not used this. I swatched it, I think, once. This is just interesting, and that's kind of what I like. I've heard once you have some of the palettes, you don't need the newer ones because they don't vary enough, but honestly, I think this one is completely the opposite of that. I don't know why I bought it. It's not my color story. That's amazing though. Geez, that's crazy pigmented. That's, wow. It's not my color story. That stained my finger and it makes sense. I'm not mad about it. I wouldn't use a lot of these colors. the reason why I supported it was because of the story behind it. Yeah. You know, her father passed. They made this together. I think that's, I wanted to support that. I've been in a situation similar, and I wish I had had that ability to create with this person. But they were scientific, and I'm an artist, and so what were we going to create? I guess, I know, I'm not a science girl at all. What are you going to do? But I'm glad that they were able to come up with something and create such a beautiful thing. I will review it. It's just not my color story. So pulling more stuff over. This is Black Moon Cosmetics Volume 1. This was the Black Metal. I tried using this recently. I'll probably put this in my 10. This looks scrungy just because I don't know why. It just does. I don't know why I bought this palette. I don't. I'm never going to use it. I'm going to declutter it. The colors are too dark. I'm not the aesthetic that usually would wear this type of makeup. So it was kind of dumb that I bought it anyway, but I love their lip products, so I wanted to support them. But no. So this is Revolution Strobe Lighting. So this has nothing to do with eyeshadow. I just don't want this. This is, they gave it to me for free, basically. Look at this. Like, I guess it's strobe. Sort of. Like, what? This is not good. If they're giving you away stuff like this, it's basically like taking flour and putting it on your arm. I can't even imagine what this looks like on anybody who's not my coloring, and even on me it looks ashy. Like, what? No. Okay, Natasha Denona. I need a nude palette. This is great. Used it quite a bit. Never did a review. You can see I've dug in there. I've used this quite a bit. This is a great palette. This is a me boring palette all day, every day. This is great. I love this palette. It just pulled a little bit more warm than I wanted, but you know, everybody does. Basically cool tone, girls be damned. It's great. If you're looking for a neutral palette, that's the one to do it. It's really great. So this is Blend Bunny, and this is one that all done up, I think, is more my aesthetic along with the Dollhouse. This is great. The problem is, I didn't realize how dark that this row was. I'm never going to use any of these. That's okay. I would use that, maybe that. And then these, I think, are going to be a little more difficult for everyone. This one's basically for everyone mostly, and you know, this is going to keep everybody happy. It's just smart. It's very smart. They're all in the same kind of area and of the colors. You know, it's just for different skin tones or different effects. So I love it. It's not all about me. I just love it because I have a hard time finding shadow that's light enough for me a lot of the time because everything looks really dark on me because I'm so fair. So this is Pat McGrath. This one I'm working on right now, and it's the 11th one. 10th. This one's great. This one's probably one of my favorite Pat McGrath palettes. It's fantastic. I love this palette. I recommend this palette if you're getting any of them. I think this one, or the Bronze Seduction. I don't know where mine is, but it wasn't a gunshot. That was a motorcycle. Those jerks driving around. My cats are flipping out. Ugh. Those guys. Anyway, during COVID they took over, and now they will not go away. Anyway, that's a whole different video. I love this palette. This palette's great. The mattes are really good. I usually do not like Pat McGrath mattes. These are fantastic. I'm doing a review on this. This one, don't sleep on this. I tried to, and then it went 50% off, and I picked it up, and honestly, it was probably one of the best decisions I've made in a while. So, love it. This one is Notoriously Morbid Eclipse the Sun. This is phenomenal. They no longer make it. It's still phenomenal. I love this. Look at this. Especially this shade. I've worn this so many times. Like, I want to bathe myself in that. Okay, I had to cut out there and bring up more palettes because they were playing music that I would get busted for on YouTube. I'm not licensed to that. Anyway, this is beautiful. I wish they'd bring this back. Not for me, but for others, because this is probably my favorite. My favorite Notoriously Morbid. Okay, so speaking of Notoriously Morbid, these are their palettes that they put out all the time. So they have different ones. The thing is with these, and they're cute, which they are really cute. The problem is that, but I can't review them because by the time I get them, they're already out of stock. They're not going to bring them back again. So that's kind of the frustrating thing, is it could take 2 months, and then you're like, yay, okay, it's taking 2 months. They're hand pressed, so I understand it, but it could be a little bit frustrating, so you can't really review them. And I think that's one of the reasons why maybe they don't get a lot of hype, is because, like, how? If people can't talk about your product, really. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. So it's yeah. So these are the different seasons. Like, this was fall. Really cool. I wouldn't wear a lot of these colors, and this was just interesting, but it looks cooler in here than it really does on the fingers. So I keep buying these because I love the artwork, and that's just a bad reason to do things. It really is. Though there are some lovely color stories in here, I wouldn't wear any of this. And it's interesting because they kind of remind me of this one, of not Black Metal, of Black Moon Cosmetics, where it's very much a darker aesthetic, but they've been heading lighter, and I don't care for that. I actually like the more interesting, unique colors. And these are unique, but I wouldn't wear any of these. But that's on me, because I keep buying them because I like the full collection. But you can see that there's kind of a lot of repetition with these. You know, it makes sense as one big palette, but it's just, I don't know. I'm keeping them for the artwork. I don't know if I would wear them a lot. To be honest with you, this one's kind of cool. This one's all golds and things. I love these. Oof, those are beautiful. But none of these would really match it. This would, possibly this, but it's just, yeah. I don't know. I still love them. You know, don't get the wrong idea. Pure love. So this one actually had a broken one. I need to be careful with this. This is what I've been wiping my hands with because I don't see, it's exploded everywhere. I got this for free when I used points. I just didn't want to deal with Ulta. Not that they have bad customer service, but this is completely gone. So basically I'm paying for 5 shadows. It's okay, I wouldn't have used this anyway, so I'm like, whatever, why make them throw this out? I like their formula. I just need to clean this. So I got it for nothing. 20% off and then use points, and I'm okay with that. Really no reason to review it. I will bring it up in the 10/10. You know, thing. So this is the Koi palette. I don't know if this is it's not the original. It was brought back. I think this is the one that was brought back, not the new one. I have not tried this one yet. And I loved the original Koi palette. So I'm waiting more for spring spring and summer. And so I love these. I do. I love Vizzy Art. I'm a big fan. I have a bunch of them that I bought and I haven't used one. You know why? Too much makeup. So then we have this, which is which one? The Naughty. I finally bought this year. I was interested in it. Again, Huda tends to go towards warm. I'm more cool tone. I can make warm work if it's not too ridiculously warm, like yellows or greens that are very, very warm. I haven't really used it. It's okay. It's a little bit darker than I'm used to. For me, I don't know if it'll work. We'll see. These are items that are kind of on the chopping block for me. Bored. So this is gone. Adios. So then we have Sigma, and I have a problem with Sigma a little bit. Sigma did nothing wrong to me. For some reason, I just don't love their shadows. I bought a whole bunch, and their brushes are great. Whew, I'll be keeping that. But this just doesn't do a lot for me. I know it's interesting because they actually kind of remind me the quality is kind of the same as Nomad, but I find Nomad to be more interesting because of the themes. I love travel. These are doing nothing for me. I honestly, I'm going to try this one more time. Most likely going to declutter this. So it's on the bubble. It's totally on the bubble. I find myself saying who cares a lot of the time with Sigma, and that's a problem. You want to love what you own, and I'm not. So Urban Myth, this is from Black Moon Cosmetics. Very cool idea. A lot of people really love this. This is a great color story. That's really pretty. You know, ooh, that's pretty. Huh. I've never really swatched these as much as I should have, I suppose. This one, but these are fantastic, actually. This is really pretty. Those two are gorgeous. I'm curious about this one. I'm not a blue girl, but this is really beautiful. Those are beautiful. The thing is that I don't wear colors like this. I would never wear any of these, but this. And then this, possibly this every once in a while. So this one is on the chopping block a little bit. Cool design. I like it. I love their lip products. Their lip products are some of the best, especially the mattes. But this one's on the chopping block for me. Sigma, Corda Rosa. I actually don't have a box for this. This is a pretty color story. It's just not my favorite. I don't know if I would use this, and so I may pass it on to somebody who would use it. I don't know. Again, it does nothing for me. I'm keeping that brush though. Is that wrong? I hope not. I paid for it, so I walk away with the brush at least. So this is Nomad. Speaking of which, I have plenty of these. I don't have them in this pile. I have quite a few of them. So this was the American Parks, I think. I love this palette. There was a lot of interesting, like, fun shades. Like, that's kind of cool. They were just kind of surprisingly just neat. This one you did really dig into. Yellow didn't look good on me, but kind of cool. I like this color story, but I could see why I guess it's polarizing. I'm not getting rid of this. I love Nomad's formula. Their shimmers aren't over the top, which I kind of like sometimes. I don't want to be taking it too far. Ooh, here's another couple for Notoriously Morbid. It's okay. They brought this one back, so you never know. That's wild. I'm curious how that looks. That's pretty wild. Hard to formulate those neons, so but they did pretty darn well. No complaints on that. It's the Absinthe palette. Some of the shades I thought would be a lot more interesting than they really were. This is, well, actually that is kind of cool, that kind of grungy look. But again, it looks horrible on me. Yellows. I can't do yellows. So this one's interesting. It was brought back. This is the Blood and Daffodils, which was this year. I haven't had a chance to use this. Gorgeous. Just some of the colors are just so gorgeous. Those are really beautiful. I love that. So I would use some of these. Oof, that's amazing. If I could wear yellow, that is absolutely fantastic. It looks horrible on me. Looks like a bruise. Not its fault. My genetics. Not my fault either. Genetics. So we're on the home stretch. This is the, I looked for this everywhere, the Yucca palette. I couldn't find it anywhere. I finally found it. I was going to reorder it. I'm glad I didn't. Amazing. So I'm going to start using this. This looks dirty, but it looks like it's just the design, but it looks dirty. I just don't like that. But look at these colors. I am so excited to play with this palette. I was looking for it. I bought it on launch, and then I lost it in this room. That's what I'm talking about, people. Organization. Love that. That's going on my use tomorrow. Home stretch, I promise. So this is Sigma again. People really wanted this palette. It's really beautiful. I don't have a lot of colors like this. I don't care. This is on the chopping block. I haven't even used it. This is another one of the Stila. This one I know is on the chopping block, though I do love the colors of this. This is really ridiculously bulky and heavy, which is annoying. This was Happy Hour, I think it was called. Pretty colors, though. Darn pretty colors. Oh, they all kind of look the same, though. Okay, not so much when you swatch. Oh, this one's really on the chopping block. I don't know. I'm just not inspired. Really creamy and smooth, though. But, meh. So this is the, not the retro palette, is it? It is the retro palette. Were there two of them? Yeah. No. I thought this was the Love palette. This is retro? Doesn't look very retro to me. Retro. There you go. It's a lovely color story. Yeah, I thought it was the Valentine's Day. I'm wrong. Hmm. I don't really have a lot to say about it. I mean, there's really not. It's beautiful. There you go. So this is Notoriously Morbid. This one's gorgeous. I love this color story. Like this color story. Yeah. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. It'd be a little difficult for certain skin tones. You know, this is something that works better. This kind of actually reminds me of what just came out with ColourPop, which will date this video, but that's okay. That Twilight one. This is very similar. Interesting. Very cool. It's Boohoo Girl. I love it. It would be very difficult for a lot of skin tones. Works for me. I love this palette. Okay, getting to the end. Push, push, push. So these are Flower Cosmetics. This is Desert Light and Coastal. Very cool. This one's boring. Boring as all heck, but it's very beautiful and just smooth and creamy and gorgeous. I can't wait to use these. Love. This one, that color. These colors are just gorgeous. They're cool tone. They're beautiful. I want to use these. I have to use these. Rose Quartz. I have already reviewed this. I'm going to use it again because I just love using it and it's an excuse to use it. This is one of my favorite Huda Beauty palettes, except for this horrible Petri dish. But the rest of it's fantastic. Especially love this color. I use it all the time. Wow. Yes, I love this palette. It's one of my favorites. I'll never declutter it. Never. Until it falls apart, starts going bad, or I pan it. Highly unlikely. So this is Uoma. I don't even know if they're still around anymore. I'm not inspired by this. I'm not inspired by this. I've tried to keep it and tried to talk myself into using it. I think it's the Carnival palette. I think I need to let it go. I'm never going to use Color Story like this. It's time to let this one go. So this is Gold palette. Bought this year on clearance from Huda's site. Love it. Thought I would despise it. Loved it. Beautiful colors. I love it. They come up better than this, but they're great for a very like nude look that I'm looking for a lot of the time. Boring for most, but even this one, this one I can't wear. It's a no-go. But it's just beautiful. I love this. Gorgeous neutral, warm tone again. Well, these aren't so bad. I love this palette. Glad I picked it up. I was like, why are you doing it? So this is Lime Crime. They're pretty much dead to the world. I get these for free, not from Lime Crime. They don't know I exist. I don't get PR because I'm a tiny channel that nobody cares about, and that's okay. I don't need it. So I have enough stuff. So here you go. I find it intriguing. I find most of their palettes intriguing, but I don't know how the quality is. So you know what? I'll put that on the try. This is, I think they called it Kalev or Kalov. This is the Van Gogh palette. This is Musée Beauty before they changed their name and then ended up doing other things in life. They no longer exist. They do as people, not as a brand. This is cool because this looks like Starry Night. This is how you do it. Getting a cohesive look, you could with these. You could. It would be, you could. It's interesting. I would never use this. I would never use any of this, but, well, actually those two are gorgeous. I would use that. I'd take those back. Even this green. Okay, I would use these. I'm not getting rid of it anyway. I love Van Gogh. Not my favorite artist. I love art, but Van Gogh I have a special place in my heart for. So I love this palette. I coveted it, and then when the company went out of business, I was like, I'm buying this, and I got it for dirt cheap. And probably use this so I can review it, be done. I'm keeping it though. And then this one I have used, Viseart. It's their big purple palette. This is really good. I do like it. Not getting rid of it. We'll use it. I don't think it's available anymore. Maybe it is. If it is, then I'll do a look palette just so people can be inspired. I mean, you're not going to be really inspired by this color story. Let's be real. But pretend like you are. So yeah. So that is my palettes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a count to the side of how many there are. Because I didn't count them. And what I'm going to do now is bring up the ones that I'm decluttering. versus the ones that I want to look at first. Okay, so here we are. So let me break this down a little bit. So these are the ones, these here are the ones that are on the chopping block. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. So here's the thing. I actually have more than this. This isn't even half my collection. That's what I'm talking about. I probably have about 300 palettes. That's why I need to get rid of stuff. So these are on the chopping block. Winky Lux, this, Nomad. This I almost positive I'm going to get rid of. It's just, no. You know, I see some that I most likely will get rid of. I'm going to use these in the next couple months. My goal is to get through all these palettes that I showed you in 6 months. 6 months. That's going to be very difficult, but I think I could do it because some of them I'm not going to use every single shade. I just don't care. So these are the ones on the chopping block. So 11. These are the ones that I am using right now. I have a review hopefully coming up for this unless it goes off the site. Then I have this one, which I will do soon. This one I'm using, fantastic. This one I have a review coming up. This I will come up with, oh, and also the, I can't find it. Oh, this one for sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll need 3 more. Basically, most of these are done that I'm going to be dealing with, and then I will do rank these. These are fantastic, most of these. So those are coming up. Put those back. These are the ones that I'm going to be working on next. I am going to work on all the ones that are on the floor, but these are the ones that I'm most interested in going through. There are some of these that will be probably let go. Yes, I'm just warning you. These are the ones I'm going through. This one I'm thinking about. I may give that to somebody. This one is on the chopping block. This one kind of on the chopping block. Not as much as those other ones. This one I won't get rid of. This one, so you can see there's a few that I'm just kind of like, So this is how I'm organizing it. And I have this video to prove that's what I'm doing. Then I have this one. These are the 7 that I'm letting go of. This is just terrible. Terrible. What a joke. Anyway, I hate saying that. I shouldn't be so negative. I don't tend to be, but that's just a waste of everyone's time and precious materials. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 palettes I decluttered. It was not my intention, but here we are. I don't even want to touch them. So if I'm looking at it, it's not that they did anything wrong. It's just because I love Black Moon Cosmetics. You know, I love Lorac. It's just, they just aren't interesting me. So it's like, I don't even want to try them. I tried this one. Actually, I should put this one here and review it with this group because I did try it. I even think I have pictures. The rest of these I didn't even try. I tried to use this and I just didn't. I just didn't care. So yeah. I decluttered 7 by accident. And I have 11 on the chopping block, possibly 13, 14. So this should be interesting. So what you'll see is you will see a lot of these palettes again. Like this, you'll see a full in-depth review. Probably this one too, because I think it's still available. And this one, whatever is available, I will do a review on in depth and do several looks. With the exception of the Glaminatrix, because it's going to be gone soon. But the other ones I'm going to do eye looks with. Probably wear it for a week and show you what I did for a week. And if it's not in use, like this one I'll probably use once. I know I'm going to keep it anyway, but just to kind of show what I did with it. And so that's how I'm going to go about it. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I'll put the total to the side. Got rid of 7. 13 or 14 are on the bubble, and when I use these we'll see more, but that's what I plan to do. And then after I get through this bunch, I'm probably going to go through the ones that I already went through on a different video, and what I will do is I will talk through that video and let you know what I keep and or what I kept and what I didn't in that video. So it should be interesting. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of decluttering this year. Lipsticks, oh my gosh, you're going to see a lot of videos on that, and swatch videos for brands that still exist. Some of them they got rid of the formula. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I need to get rid of at least 3/4 of my lipsticks, and I have hundreds of them. So it's going to be interesting. That's my big focus. Palettes and lipstick, also blushes. Blushes are a lot easier. I don't have as many, but it's going to be a crazy year. Declutter, declutter, declutter. Everything, including clothing, everything, bags, everything. It's gone. It's like a clearance sale. So there you go. So let me know what you think. And with that, oh, I do want to say I still will be buying this year. I just will be thinking about it a lot more because I have so much of the same thing. But with that, have a fabulous day, my friends. Bye.